can remember when I was a child, when after my little brother was born in his pram, we used to have to go see our grandparents down the road. They had a dog called Jim.
Like a house of cards, one blow from caving in. Do you ever feel already buried deep? 6 feet under screams when no one seems to hear a thing. Do you know that there's...
My mother was in bed downstairs poorly with a bad heart, and I went to the local school and I was only 9, and the headmaster said I could stay at home and look after her. And then she died. And so from being 9, I'd no mother, and I did all the housework.
And make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky. And baby, you're fine, your work.
First day at school I got thrown out because I wouldn't go to sleep in the afternoon.
You're gonna leave 'em all and all.
My name is Shane Embleton. I work in the Estates Department at Bradford Royal Infirmary. I'm the project manager, and I was asked to join the team of nurses to go on this project to do the enhancing the healing environment. There is a team of 4 of us, and we've been down to London to the King's Fund and had some training sessions on how to do refurbishments for dementia care. We set about the project in March 2010, and we're coming to a completion now in September 2011, so it's been well over 18 months worth of hard work. In that time I've learnt lots of different things, not just about how to do the buildings and where the rooms should be, but it's about how they're decorated, and also about the colours and what things you should show for your patients. And it's also about integrating with your patients and finding out what they actually want, not what I think they want, it's what the patients need.
Ward 23 was always been never a ward. It was a doctor's mess years ago. I remember it as a doctor's mess, and then care of the elderly got it and trauma afterwards. So it's never been a designated ward, and now it feels like a ward. It flows as a ward. The rooms just go one after another. It's very good for wayfinding. The beds are labelled correctly 1 to 28. There's a use of colour. It's bright, it looks as if we're professional, that we know what we're doing rather than dull and dingy, and just a mismatch of rooms is what it was before.
So a key part of our project has been engaging patients and carers and staff and working together to develop our project. Part of that is we also engaged with the local community and had a steering group where we could share our ideas, and I think as a team we initially had our own thoughts about what the project should be like, but working with the patients we've got very different ideas, very different trends, colours, textures, and we've got usable artwork now. And the main reason we wanted usable artwork was because we needed reminiscence tools on the ward, and the wards are very busy, so they had to be realistic. So we've got memory boxes behind each bed, and in there patients can place their own personal objects, and that helps nurses have meaningful conversations when they're helping patients get washed or feeding them.
Let your colors burst and make 'em go, you're gonna leave 'em all and all.
I was watching the men put the pictures on the wall, and most of them are of Yorkshire, aren't they? And it was absolutely wonderful to see the pictures of Yorkshire that have been put on the wall. And it's so modern, so up to date, that you just couldn't believe this could have taken place all those years ago.
I quite like this ward really, but you know, it takes the staff to make it, I'm going to say that. I can see no faults in it.
Yeah, it's not as dull, and I think because they're so small as well, like when the nurses come in, they know his name. He's not just like, you know, a random person will say, oh, you're all right, Clifford, are you? How are you today? And things like that. And it's a lot more relaxing than it just being plain and dingy, really. And I think it makes him feel a lot better that he's not surrounded just by dullness. And it makes you want to sort of get up and do something if you're in a nicer environment.
Like, you know, if you're working up to bright colours and that, you know, it makes your day. doesn't it? You know,
Definitely.
it's like somebody saying good morning to you, isn't it? You know, rather than pass you by. It's the first class. Nothing wrong about the ward.
Well, I had never been in hospital before, and I live in the country, so I had no idea whatsoever what it would be like. I'd like to see that they've only just put that little girl up with the sheep. I'd like to have a look at it, really.